Tony with AB Boxing News. I'm here with Eddie Hearn in LA as we approach the eve of another wonderful DAZN card. Eddie, I just want to kind of piggyback on some of the things that we were talking about earlier. We were talking about, of course, the different promoters in the U.S. and how you've brought Matchroom and the value that you bring here. With that being said, I don't know if you heard this, but last week Bob Arum was actually telling fans about boycotting PBC. And I know we touched base a little bit about Bob Arum and him being very blunt, and that's just the guy he is, right? But what are your thoughts? Do you think that is bad business for promoters, or do you think it's better for promoters, obviously, to work out their conflicts? How do you think that approach was?
I'm not a big hater at the moment, but maybe that will change when I'm 87. You know, like Bob says some crazy things, but Bob likes to get attention, you know, and he done that from those comments. He hates Al Haymon with a passion, and the problem is that when you hate someone, you can't really act with a straight mind.
Sure.
You know. When you let emotion get in the way of business, it don't end well. So I have always been of the mindset, especially as I've got a little bit older, I want everyone to do well. You know, I hope your channel does fucking great. This does 1 million views.
And what channel is that again?
AB Boxing.
Oh, I love to hear that. I love it.
But obviously, I think boxing makes you the boxing business can make you very bitter. It's a horrible business, but it's how long you stay in it. If you've been in it as long as Bob, you can't be anything but bitter. It's impossible, and I don't blame him for that. Like, you know.
If you heard this, but we had a one-on-one interview last week with Deontay Wilder, and he was mentioning how disappointed he was that Miller blew an opportunity, obviously a big opportunity at that with AJ. And you know, he went on to say that he wouldn't give him a second chance down the road for a title fight. Is that a fair analysis?
He wouldn't
give him.
Who said that, AJ?
That's what Wilder said with an exclusive call with us.
I think Joshua's got a good heart, and I think this is just a question of mindset of forgiveness. Like, what is your mindset of forgiveness? At what stage do you forgive someone? You know, if someone commits a crime and goes to prison, do you ever forgive them? Maybe it depends how bad the crime was.
Sure.
But then, even if it was terrible, do you ever still forgive them? Some people do, some people don't. AJ's a very relaxed individual with a good heart and a good mind. So it's not really for me to say would he ever give him a shot, but right now Jarrell Miller's career is in complete tatters. I believe he has a chance to come back. I think everyone does, but I just want him, like, you know, he texted me earlier, I almost want him to come out and explain what he's done. Like, you can't sit there now and say, oh, I didn't know what I was taking. Mate, you were taking so much stuff, you had no choice but to know what you were taking. So come out and say, look, I fucked up. I was around these people and they told me that I should take this, and it would, you know, and I made a bad call. And to be honest, don't say, oh, no, I didn't know it was this, and it was it wasn't, it was human growth hormone, EPO, and GW, whatever it is. So, like, it's not, oh, I just took this tablet and I couldn't, you know, this is cold-hearted cheating. But at least be the man and come out and say, okay, I'm going to lay it all on the table.
Sure.
I was cheating, and I thought I needed to win this fight. People talked me into doing this, and I did it, and I'm going to pay a terrible price for it. But that's the story, guys.
Just earlier, I was asking you about Amir's performance last week. We talked about how he could have easily just ran out after the first knockdown and called it a night. Do you think his career's over? Do you think he should retire? Do you think there's
I thought he boxed quite well in the fight, really. You know, I mean, I think a couple of judges gave him a couple of rounds. He was always trying. He was up against a pound-for-pound top fighter. So, you know, it's always about levels, and there's certain people he can beat in the sport. So
Kell Brooks said he should retire. He said that the fight between them two are done.
Yeah,
what are your thoughts on that?
It's nowhere near as big as it once was.
Sure.
But it's still,
over-marinated.
It's still a fight. But I think Kell would like to fight Crawford. But I think Crawford will want, you know, the bigger names, the big names.
Expense, perhaps, with the promoters agreeing. How about Jesse Vargas with him taking on Soto tomorrow? Obviously, that's already a tough task.
It is,
Soto.
I think the move for Jesse is to move to 154. You know, he's won world titles at light welter and welter. I don't think he really gets the recognition that he should do, Jesse Vargas. He wants to fight Jamie Munguia. It's a great fight for Mexico. It's a great fight for DAZN. He's got to come through. You know, he's like Benjamin Button, Soto. He was brilliant against Brandon Rios.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough fight.
Surprised a lot of people in that performance.
He's got a lot of support as well. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, looking forward to it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Eddie, thanks again once again for your time. Where can the followers follow you at as far as their Twitter, IG?
At Eddie Hearn all around the board.
All around the board. All right, there you guys have it. There's Eddie Hearn, direct and live with AB Boxing News. Tony checking out here.